Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening grain and livestock comments for Thursday, the 28th. First off, there's some rumors that China is going to be lowering its tariff. I don't know if that's true or not. It doesn't really matter. I think the bigger thing is, are they going to show up for new crop soybeans? They have not showed up yet. So we continue to watch that. We've been dead in the water since the Chinese meeting. And we've seen some fun liquidation here in corn. We hit a 6 week low yesterday. Obviously, it's always better to have the hedge on before the 35 or 40 cent sell off, which is what we saw here to the 6 week low. But there's still enough meat in the bone that if you didn't do anything or wanted to do something, you can get something done. Now, the good news is we had a little bounce overnight. So, D's corn is back to 480. 482 is a huge pivot, technically. We did hit 76. 82 is a huge pivot. Um, Again, is this going to be 2012 where we drift sideways to lower all the way till the end of June and then take off? That's sort of what it feels like. We still don't have a weather story. Um, so D's corn overnight up 3.25 cents. Novi beans overnight up 6.25 cents. What's the driver? Well, we're back to trading crude oil. Crude oil is back to $92 after hitting 87 and change. 87 and change is basically the midpoint of the entire move from $55 to 120. So a halfway back pullback, and all it took was some couple people shooting at each other overnight, and we've got another bid. So Iran fired some missiles. We fired some missiles. Or, it's every night we go to bed, it's a new story. It's been 88 days. It was supposed to be over in 6 weeks. Doesn't feel like it's going to be over. So I think we're going to be continuing just to trade the grains with whatever happens in crude oil, and it makes it very, very difficult because last night in the letter I put a chart up of corn. We've gone up and down 40 cents 3 times since March, and that basically coincides with every move that we've had in crude oil. So we're not really trading corn at this point yet. We're just trading crude oil, which makes it very, very difficult. So um, defend what you can. You can get some decent puts out there. You can protect 470 corn for a month or two. A month would probably cost you about 6.5, 7 cents. 2 months would cost you probably less than 15 right now. And that may be the best strategy. Defend 470 and hope that we get a rally. Hope we get a drought. Hope this is 2012. So it's okay to be helpful. It's okay to be bullish, but defend what we can. And for end users, it's interesting. We were talking about this the other day. Last week, somebody bought a bunch of September 556 call spreads for 5.5 cents. Those traded down to 2.5 cents yesterday. Now, Sep corn is trading at 460, right? So it's a $556 call spread is definitely, that is a drought emergency hedge. But for a couple pennies, you could potentially make a lot of money. Um, is it like buying a scratch off lottery ticket at the gas station? Probably. But somebody out there put 22,000 of them on. That's a lot. That's a big chunk of dough. But if it works, fine. It's kind of like going to the racetrack and betting the parimutuel or betting the whatever, the trifecta. If it hits, you're a hero, and it's only cost a couple pennies. So that might be the best strategy if you're worried about some sort of disaster drought, some sort of repeat of 2012. A SEP's five $556 call spread. All right, guys, we'll see what happens today in the protein complex. We had a bearish cattle on feed. We hit some key supports. Fat cattle hit the 25% retracement. Feeder cattle hit 38% retracement of the last rally. The lean hogs, again, went down and hit 5 month, 6 month lows. So we may get a little bit of a relief rally here in the protein complex. In the outside markets, stock market's still sitting above 50,000. S&P's still sitting above 7,500. And I think, for all intents and purposes, we're trading crude oil on the grains. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing. Give me a call. Get your risk on paper. There's still good opportunities out there. And, I can't promise you we're going to get a drought, but there are some good strategies out there to participate in it if that's something you want to look at as a possibility. Have a good day.